Did you know that 1 in 5 students ages 13 to 18 have a mental health disorder? By definition, a mental health disorder is a wide range of conditions that affect mood, thinking, and behavior and can all be diagnosed differently. People who have these disorders may have different experiences or effects than others. Many people who do not struggle from these are not aware of how serious mental health disorders can be and how important the awareness is, as well as the effects of the disorders. Mental health conditions are a daily struggle, especially when it comes to school. 37% of students between the ages of 14 or older will drop out of school because of how big of an issue the mental health issues become. My name is Maddie Ball, and I'm a freshman at Michigan State University. I have become deeply involved and informed on the importance of mental health and spreading this information to others. I will discuss the importance of mental health practices in education and why it should be more focused on. However, ultimately, I am here today to present the importance of why education systems should give students mental health days. First, I'm going to begin with the common disorders and how they affect students. I will begin with anxiety. According to ACOG, the first 4 common mental health disorders among students are anxiety, mood, attention, and disruptive behavior disorders. Like I said, I'm going to begin with anxiety, which is essentially the constant fear and uneasiness that people have. People who have anxiety tend to feel tense, restless, and on edge, occasionally or at all times. There are many different types of anxiety disorders in which are categorized specifically. Some of the examples of these include generalized and social anxiety disorders, panic disorders, obsessive-compulsive disorders, and post-traumatic stress disorders. Number 2 is mood. Mood disorders affect how you are feeling and can make your mood seem very inconsistent or disoriented. A very common mood disorder is depression. Depression is defined by being a mental health disorder in which tends to make people sad or negative. When most people think of mental health disorders, depression tends to be the first one to come into mind. About 20% of teenagers are likely to experience depression before they meet adulthood. Bipolar personality disorder and bipolar disorder is another common mood disorder, which tends to lead to drastically low and high mood swings, affecting sleep, behavior, and thought processes. Number 3 is attention deficit hyperactivity. This is common among adolescents and causes students to become inconsistent with development levels. And number 4, lastly, is disruptive behavior disorders. These show patterns of uncooperative and defiant behavior. Now that you are hopefully more aware on the different types of mental health disorders and the effects on students, I will now tell you reasons in which I believe students would benefit from these mental health days. Mental health days would give students a day to relax or sleep. Relaxation allows our blood flow to increase, which essentially gives us more energy. Mental health disorders are both mentally and physically draining, which can slow students down, making it harder to focus on their education. In saying that, a drastic amount of sleep is lost or altered due to these problems. Sleep is extremely important, especially in education, and especially among those that are involved in extracurricular activities. Extra time to relax and sleep can allow students to re-energize, which will help them focus more when it comes time to go to school. Another thing is that focusing on self-care is another way that students could spend their mental health days. This would allow students to rejuvenate and maintain or progress a healthy relationship with themselves, which can sound kind of confusing, but is important in many ways. If you don't focus on yourself, it is hard to focus on those around you as well as your daily routine. And finally, it would give students a chance to catch up on schoolwork. Due to the fact that mental health is extremely draining, as said earlier, homework can be pushed to the side or not fully completed, which accounts for late work. A day to catch up on this work would be necessary to those who are or feel behind. By having mental health days, students will be able to either focus on themselves or their schoolwork. However, some students may not use this day to their advantage but instead to a disadvantage. Students could use this day in the wrong way and could potentially do this by not thinking about their mental health. Students may want to use this day to hang out with their friends or watch a favorite Netflix show. That could ultimately be helping their mental health. However, it could be damaging if they need rest or to catch up on work, but ignoring that to do other things that may not be as beneficial to what they really need. These breaks during the week would be given to prioritize students and their mental health, and that's exactly what they should be used for. More general health More general and about mental health disorders and the effects, more specifically to school, include incomplete schoolwork, lack of motivation, dropping out, juvenile justice centers, self-harm, and suicidal thoughts and actions. Ignoring these mental health days, what could possibly contribute to one of those? In conclusion, education systems should give their students mental health days. The concept of mental health is important when regarding education, and a day during the week will give students time to catch up on work that may be put to the side due to these issues and allow their body to rejuvenate and rest. I hope that you are now more aware of the common mental health disorders, their effects on students, and why I truly believe students should be given the day off to focus on their mental health. Thank you.